Hey, how's everyone doing? Here we
Hey,
are. It's the international crew here. We got Paul from Geeks Love Dogs live from New York. Or close anyway. New York City, close to it anyway. Rochester,
I'm in the
something like
middle of
that.
the state.
Okay. And we got Connor from Movie Snapper live from Australia.
morning. Yeah.
Morning for him and morning for me. And I'm Jeff, of course, from Osaka. And we got 7 people watching. Thanks for jumping on, everybody. Let's see. We have Erico. Hello, Erico. This is going to be fun. Hope so. And
Can you
David
dig it?
Garage Geek. Okay. Well,
Actually,
go ahead. Oh, sorry.
no, that was me. Sorry.
So that was you.
When
Go ahead, Connor.
they had "Can you dig it?" I actually almost picked the Warriors, but I didn't. So
The Warriors. That's a pretty good
I
flick.
almost
like
did too. It's one of my favorite movies.
oh yeah, it is good.
But I went with a really unique themes because I was having so much trouble picking. I went with a very unique, very specific theme.
Okay,
good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good variety, I think. So just to let everyone know who's here watching what the plan is, because we always like to have a bit of a skeleton to hang the live stream on, although mostly we're just going to jibber jabber probably. But I thought of why don't we talk about if we're going to have an impromptu or sudden kind of movie night with the fellas, or some people coming over, and let's do a little film festival from our own collection. So it has to be from our collections, and 6 films each. And I just said try to find whatever you like, but maybe some things that are a little lesser known mixed with some popular titles, because I picked a couple that are probably arguably pretty popular. But I had a hell of a time not only finding my Blu-rays in my disorganized shelves that I wanted to show, but also choosing ones to put together. How about you guys? Did you have that? Was this an easy process for you?
Eliminating things was not easy.
Yeah.
I got it down to 100.
You got it down to 100.
We got Jake here. All right.
Oh, hey, Jake.
What theme? What are you, a lit major? Well, actually, I was for a while, but anyway. Hey, Ariane, thank you very much for stopping by. Really appreciate it. So, did I miss anybody? I think I got everyone. Anyway, yeah. So, first though, let's check in and see how you're doing. So, Paul, I know you've had a bit of a rough week. You doing okay there?
I'm alive. I spent 12 hours in the hospital yesterday, but I'm home. I'm alive, and it's only going to get better from here. I literally went from the hospital, went home, slept, went out, and did half of my 10K. I was in too much pain to finish it. I could actually finish it up tomorrow, and then I went to the comic book store and picked up stuff for free comic book day, and then
that's good. It's a free comic book day today.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay. Did you get some good stuff? You want to show off what you got, or
I don't have
over there. Well, if you get up later, I'll bring it back and show it off later, anytime you want. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here. I was wondering if it was a good idea for you to do that, attempt that 10K, but
except now water instead of booze.
Oh yeah, because you're on some painkillers, so it's probably not good to mix those. Yeah. Well, thanks. Well, I appreciate you grinding through all of this crap to be able to show up for this.
I'll be fine. I'll live. It isn't my heart, which is what they were concerned about at first. So as long as it's not my heart, everything else is good to go.
Yeah.
Hi, Constance, and we got Gareth here as well. Yep, this is kind of my running live show, I guess, or kind of
physical media rules. Yeah,
irregular show, I guess. Gareth, physical media rules, because it does, and I appreciate you stopping in here. And yeah, glad you're okay, Paul. Yeah. Hey, Mark's here. Glock. Nice to see you, Mark. Erico, hello from Calgary, Alberta. I wondered where you were living. 4:04 p.m. there, Erico. Well, thanks for stopping in on right in the middle of your day, probably. I think it's a little after 6 for Paul, and it's a little after 7 for me, and I'm guessing about 9 for you, Connor.
8 o'clock, yeah, because daylight savings ended a few weeks ago.
Are you in Western Australia, Connor?
No, Eastern Sydney.
Oh, you're in Sydney, but it's
East Coast,
more difference from me. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
very cool. Well, how about you, Connor? What's going on with you? I think you've had maybe a busy week, but perhaps not as chaotic and painful as poor Paul there.
Probably, certainly less painful. I've just worked a lot this week.
You, Connor.
Hello. Yeah, we had a short week because we had a long weekend and public holiday on the Saturday for Anzac Day. So we missed out like 2 days of work. So we're trying to compress like 6 days worth of work in 4 days. So it's just been pretty hectic. But other than that, all's good. Health is all right. So I'm here. We're all good.
That's the thing with the health. Yeah, but health is wealth, as they say. The older you get, Connor, you'll realize how much more important that is. Oh,
getting old sucks.
Yep. My creaky knees. I'm a little old, maybe around Paul's age, maybe a little older. I'm 58, but some mornings I feel 82. But I'm hanging in there so far.
You're less than a year older than me.
I'm going on 35, so
yeah, just a babe in the woods. Just a babe in the woods. Wind chill in Pennsylvania. Sigh. Yeah. Well, yeah. We could do a quick. We'll do a quick Steve Donahue weather barometer here. What's it like where you guys are? Here, it's a little gray, probably about high 50s, low 60s Fahrenheit. So I guess it would be about 15 to 17 C for you, Connor. What about you? It's starting to get into your winter, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was pretty chilly this morning. It's been overcast. It looks like it might clear up a bit today, but I think right now it's only about 17 to 18 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, so let's define chilly. So for an Australian, chilly is in the 60s. So
yeah,
it's getting a bit cold in here. It's like a Californian. How about you, Paul? How's New York today?
Cloudy, overcast, in mid 40s.
Okay.
It's friggin' May and it's still cold and rainy out.
Yeah. Weather's been all over the place this week.
Oh, Jake says I'm 69 and I feel great. Yeah, 69.
Oh, good.
Yeah, right. Whatever. I think Jake's barely hit 40, if even that. Probably not. 69 does feel great. Yes, thank you, David.
I was going to say.
Comments as usual. L58. I remember that. I remember being that young. Yeah.
I was going to say Jake just wanted to say that he's 69 online.
Yes. But David, as usual, takes it a little further.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for Dave to make a comment.
Yeah. Dave's always good with the saucy comments.
Oh yeah,
okay.
Yeah, he is.
Well,
I don't get the appeal of 69. Concentrate on one damn thing at once. Do one thing right and worry about the other thing later. Don't rush it.
We'll kind of excuse any comments from Paul because of the drug.
Morphine laudanum is fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, when do you guys want to go first? So I guess I don't know what you want to maybe talk about your thinking about if you were gonna, if there was much thinking as far as how you were putting together your 6 film choice, and then maybe we'll just round robin as we go through them one at a time. Yeah. How about you, Connor? What was your guiding principle there for your choices?
Yeah, so like I was saying, just before, I was struggling a little bit because a lot of the movies I was remembering. A lot of the movies I was
recent video on Turbo Teen, man, that was where they lost him and Chris and Virgil lost it talking about that weird ass cartoon.
I know of Turbo Teen. I've never watched it.
I never heard of it.
I forgot a lot of what I actually own and compared to what I've just seen. So yeah, and then I was wanting to not just show like necessarily my favorite movies, but just like you were saying, kind of showcase our wide taste and what we like. So I wanted to make sure I got a few different genres put together in this list, so I could really show what I like and my wide taste there. But yeah, I'm going to show off my first one.
Okay,
it's Snatch.
All right.
The Guy Ritchie film.
Here, hold on. Let me make you a little bit bigger there, Connor. Give me just.
I had Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels and put it back.
Okay. Yeah, this was the one I watched before Lock, Stock with Snatch, and it kind of got me into like I've only seen Snatch, Lock, Stock, and Layer Cake, but off the three that I have seen, this is probably my favorite. Yeah, I don't know. I probably watched it a bit too young from what I should have been, and I just really like the multiple narratives and all the different characters, kind of tying them all together. Um, yeah, it's just a lot of fun. Brad Pitt's horrible accent, but
Yeah, I
it's
was going to
nothing
say,
too
what do you
bad.
think of Pitt's accent? Hey, Joe.
That's
Snatch is funny. I think his mumbling accent is part of the joke, probably.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've heard worse accents. Like whenever people try to do an Aussie accent, right? It's to me,
yeah.
bad accents is nothing. It's just a lot of fun, and I like the humor. Bricktop's probably my favorite, one of my favorite, like gangster villains in cinema in movies, and yeah, just
player too.
Yeah, I'm kind of with Paul. I
lots of fun.
think I prefer Lock, Stock myself, just because I really like Vinnie Jones's character, where he's driving with his son and mind the door, son, as he's bashing guys' heads in and stuff. So.
Yeah. Oh, Vinnie Jones is great in this one. He's great in that one as well. It's a lot of fun.
He's good in Snatch too. Snatch is good. Yeah.
Yeah. I think Bullet Tooth Tony the Bullet Dodger, all that. Yeah. A lot of fun.
Hatchet-faced Harry, is he Hatchet? Is it Hatchet Harry? Hatchet Harry? Is he in Lock, Stock?
I think so. I haven't watched Snatch for a couple of years, but the name doesn't ring a bell for Snatch.
It might be Lock, Stock I'm mixing it up with.
Yeah, and just the guys with the diamonds. Yeah, Benicio del Toro with the diamonds and all that as well. Freddie Four Fingers.
He's playing like the Hasidic Jew or something in that, isn't he? It's very strange.
Choice, but I highly recommend anybody watch Two Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and its ancestral cousin, Boondock Saints, which is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, surprisingly. I've been meaning to. I just haven't gotten around to Boondock.
Like that.
It's kind of a cult favorite, I think.
Oh, yeah, it seems to be really popular. So
it is fantastic.
We're reminiscing about ages here, and Constance is nostalgic about 36. So am I, Constance. That was 22 years ago. I'd be happy to return to 36 as long as I know what I know now. Well, Paul, thank you for that, Connor. That's a pretty cool choice. That's right. And that's a good way to start off, kind of a little light, but with some action and crime antics.
Oh, yeah.
Paul, you want to start with your first title, and you want to talk about your theme? You said you had an interesting theme. I
was going through, and I could not. I mean, I didn't want to pick out, like, I could have went through and picked out like my favorite all-time movies and done like, things I've talked about before. And Highlander and Boondock Saints and Alien and The Thing and all that. But I decided I was going to do something where I didn't talk about stuff I've talked about before, and I was going to do a theme where movies that I would show people that I didn't think they had seen before or had forgotten about, and they have to be at least 15 years.
I'll be changing mine on the fly, probably.
So I do
forth on a lot of these.
So I was one of the ones I hadn't showed in any of my videos or any of your videos before. So I'm going to start with a great Korean espionage spy movie called Shiri.
Well, I've heard about Shiri, but I haven't seen
Shiri. Is a fantastic spy movie where the South Korean agents are being executed by a sniper, and they think it's this North Korean girl who's famous for that. And there's this heist where they steal this explosive liquid, and there might be a mole in the agency. Fantastic friggin' movie, great spy movie, just a lot of fun. And as being a Korean movie, a lot of people might have overlooked it. And they said it was big for a moment back in the day if you were into that kind of thing. But if you have it, it's a great action spy movie. It should be easy to find somewhere, but it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, Shiri.
A lot of really good movies came out of Korea the last couple decades. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. I've seen several others, but that one I have heard good things about. Very cool. Have you seen that, Connor? Have you seen Shiri?
No, I actually haven't even heard of that one. So,
have you seen Family Down Under? Mark's asking. Down Under.
Believe it or
Tom
not,
Selleck in Australia, the cowboy who comes to Australia, and Alan Rickman's the bad
believe it
guy.
or not, I've only seen like 20 minutes of that movie. I was visiting my parents and they were showing it to me, and we all just kind of fell asleep on the couch because we're all tired. So, oh, hello. Hey, Javier. Hey,
Train to
Turner.
Busan, yeah, and the host.
Yeah, Train to Busan is great, and the host is pretty good too. Yeah, I've never seen Share a Bit Quickly Down Under. I haven't seen much of it, been meaning to, and I hope to get around
It's
to it
great
soon.
in a lot of ways, but then it's got Laura San Giacomo in there playing a crazy lady, and she's so annoying. She kind of ruins the movie. But it's a really interesting story, and it's beautifully filmed. So I'd be curious what Australians think about it.
It seems to be pretty popular over here. So, I mean, it's just a movie that showcases Australia, right? We get pretty excited when it happens.
Yeah,
So,
it has something to say about the Aborigines treatment.
Oh, for sure, yeah,
that kind of thing. So it's cool. It's a cool idea.
Wait,
yeah,
so Australia made other movies than Crocodile Dundee, The Gods Must Be Crazy, and Mad Max? What?
Well, I think Gods Must Be Crazy.
Believe it or not, we've probably made like 20 more. Yeah, it's.
Yeah, I've seen some really good ones. There's Proof with Russell Crowe and Hugo Weaving, which is really good thriller. There's Flirting. I love Flirting by John
Two
Digan.
Hands is pretty good with a young Heath Ledger as well. Two Hands is good. Two Hands.
Oh, I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
There's a whole bunch of great Australian films. Yeah, there's some really good ones.
No, actually,
The Castle.
I know you were joking, but the Last Castle, isn't it? Yeah, that one is the Last Castle.
The Castle. It's this comedy one where a guy's trying to keep his home from it being demolished for an airport. Just real like Aussie working class humor and stuff. It's really good.
Yeah, no, that's really good. Classic. That's a good movie. I think when Mark's saying she's so hot, he must be talking about the woman from Shuri. I'm guessing. I'm not sure. Rabbit Proof Fence is great.
Yeah, Rabbit Proof is good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo Weaving is good in everything. Yeah, he plays I think he's the blind. He's a blind guy that someone's trying to rip off. It's a kind of a suspense psychological thriller. That's Proof. It's very good.
Okay, yeah, I haven't seen that one.
The Bank. I haven't seen The Bank. There's some classic ones too. What's the one where I can't remember the title. There's one where a couple that are fighting go out to the beach somewhere in northern Australia, and then the nature just basically revolts against them. It's something Last Weekend, Long Week. I forgot. It's that one's really creepy and weird.
Doesn't ring a bell for me, that one.
Crazy Cora from Quigley. Yeah, Laura San Giacomo is a very good-looking lady. There's no doubt, but her craziness puts me off. Anyway, all right. Well,
maybe she did a good job, right?
I guess so. Yeah, she was. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do.
Hey,
Sorry, Paul. Hello, Paul. Okay. Well, I'm going to start with a 70s kind of cult crime classic, and that's Charlie Varick. You guys heard of Charlie Varick? This has got. I know most people only know Walter Matthau, the grumpy old man movies and stuff, but he is really good in this. This is a straight crime drama. Basically, he and a wife and the partner. If you guys know Andrew Robinson, he played Garrick on Deep Space Nine, and he's the crazy Scorpio killer in Dirty Harry. Anyway, he's a part. Him and Walter Matthau and Walter Matthau's wife do a bank heist.
Yeah,
Walter Matthau's wife is killed in the first opening minutes or so during the heist, and then these two guys basically they stole mob money, as it turns out, and the mob sends Joe Don Baker as this hitman out to track him down. And Charlie Varick is Walter Matthau's character, and he's a real smooth and sneaky operator, and it's kind of a cat and mouse game down in I believe it's in Arizona. Most of it's filmed down there. It's really good. I believe is it directed by Don Siegel? It's Don Siegel, who did lots of great movies, including Dirty Harry. Anyway, this is terrific. If you haven't seen it, definitely recommend it. Anyone, you guys have heard of this one? Seen this one? Everyone thinks of Matthau as a comic actor, and he is good at that, but he's also very good at just playing straight roles.
Okay, I'll have to put that on the list. It's always growing.
Don't know that one.
Oh, you're either your. I'm guessing it's your wife.
My
thinks
wife,
the movie Australia is great. Connor hates it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. I'm sorry, Mrs. Movie Snapper, but I know a lot of people like it. Yeah, Andrew Robinson's a great actor. I bet he's so hateful in Dirty Harry. He must have gotten a lot of people yelling at him. Charlie Varick. Are you talking about Charlie Varick? Yeah, Charlie Varick is great. Cargo. I think it was a zombie Australian movie. Oh, I haven't seen
Oh,
Cargo.
yeah. I know of it, Cargo, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there's a lot of good ones out there for sure.
Obviously, I was joking.
Sorry, I'll be back.
Is Don related to Steven Seagal? No, Don Siegel is Seigel spelling, Goatman. So Don Siegel did a bunch of great film noirs, and then he cut his teeth on those, and then he made a lot of movies with Clint Eastwood, including, I think he do what's the one that inspired McCloud? Coogan's Bluff, where Clint Eastwood plays a New Mexico marshal who escorts a prisoner back to New York, and then the guy gets loose and he sticks around and gets in a lot of trouble trying to track him down. But that's a good joke, though, Goatman. I probably sat on your joke. Yeah, Pelham 123. Yeah, the Pelham 123 movie with Walter Matthau was also great, Joe. That's a good call. The Rover is the other post-apocalyptic Australian movie.
The other.
Yeah, is the Quiet Earth Australian or is that South African? I thought the Quiet Earth was Australian. That's another
possibly. The name rings a bell, but that's about it for me.
Okay.
I think that was Chinese.
No. Sounds good. Love a good Western. Yeah, well, I have a Western coming up on my list, Joe, but I think the Coogan's Bluff is a contemporary, so it was filmed in like 69, so it's not really a Western, although it's got the kind of cowboy vibe. Eastwood's awesome in it. He plays a real prick, basically, of a cop, but it inspired the movie McCloud, and McCloud is a much, fuzzier, kinder character, really. Oh, sorry, that wasn't Joe. That was Goatman that said that. Okay, and Eastwood Siegel films get shown a lot over here. Yeah, they're good. Siegel did some really good work. Okay, I think you're up next again, Connor. Let's get you on the big screen. Hold on a second here.
Yeah, you're right.
The bigger window. Okay.
Hey, yeah, so I picked one of my favorites. This is definitely my top 5. Couldn't tell you where it sits, but Delicatessen.
Yeah, a lot
this
of people
is
really
just
like that movie. It's a little too weird for my taste, but tell us about why you like it there, Connor.
I feel like the kind of borderline absurd humor just really kind of all falls into place for me, and I just really enjoy it. For anyone that doesn't know, it's way off in the future, like probably multiple apocalypses have happened, and it's just a bunch of people that live in some flats, and food's rare and meat's rare, and a room gets advertised because the previous tenant died. You can probably guess what happened, and it's just a whole bunch of wacky tenants that all live in this one building that somehow always seem to get enough meat to get by, even though food's quite rare. It's definitely quite absurd.
Garrett's on your side. He likes it a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to mention
City of Lost Children's great as well. Yeah.
I think, Gareth, correct me if I'm wrong, didn't Genet do Clan of the Cave Bear too? I think he directed that. Jean-Pierre Genet, I believe I'm getting his name correct there. Yeah, City of Lost Children is a little more my speed, but I know a lot of people love the weird, quirky oddness of Delicatessen. It's kind of set out like a desert kind of town, right? Kind of way out in the middle.
Yeah, almost, just because like the world's been destroyed probably like 5 times over and stuff like that. It's just
meat.
It's just lots of fun.
I haven't watched it in a long time. I should give it another shake there. Oops, that's not what I meant to do.
Yeah, I actually watched it for the first time in like 10 years or so, only last year. And I was just like, yeah, this is why I love this movie. It's like I had to pick it, even though it's not unknown or anything. Just like if this was the showcase, that's definitely.
I don't
on
think
there.
it's like on everyone's going to be on everyone's list, Connor. So I think it's odd
no.
enough to be a good choice. You know.
Yeah, Alien 4. Because he has one of his frequent collaborators who's in Alien 4, who's in quite a few of these.
Yeah, it's the kind of weird faced French dude.
So. Yes, in your words, yes, that's the guy. He's and Jeanette also did Amelie, which quite a few people know.
Yeah, Amelie is great.
Yeah,
I have to check what he's done. I could have sworn. I'm probably thinking of that. I'm probably thinking of another French director who did Planet of the Cave Bear, which is not a great movie anyway. So it's not one you really want on your CV anyway. Tracks. I haven't seen Tracks. Are you familiar with Tracks?
Right, you might know more than me. No, I don't know Tracks.
Dominique Pignon. Yeah, is that the?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the guy. His name escaped me, and I was trying to. I was trying to find the back, and I couldn't see it. His name on there, so I stay silent.
Okay, yes. it is a he then. Okay, yeah, and the Daryl series. Okay, yeah. No, I think Alien 4 is underrated. I like Alien 4 actually. I like it more than Alien. Sorry,
I think we're in disagreement there.
Yeah. Well, I think the script by Joss Whedon is pretty good, and I think there's some. It's quirky and weird enough that and I enjoyed it more than Alien 3. Alien 3 is good too, but it's everyone having the shaved heads in the monastery, space monastery. They're really hard to tell apart, and it's just so glum, you know. So anyway, I don't mind any of the first 4 Alien movies. The first 2, of course, are in a league of their own. But
yeah, they're good.
More of which are on here, but okay. Well, thank you, Connor. That's a good choice.
Yeah,
and how about you, Paul? First, Paul, have you seen Delicatessen?
No, I haven't. It sounded like a post-apocalyptic Sweeney Todd to me.
Yeah,
a little bit. Yeah,
it's very quirky.
Its humor definitely doesn't land with quite a few people. It's a bit different, but really fun. Good film.
Like I said, I went for a little bit quirky on everything I picked, trying to find stuff that might, that people are not mainstream going to know. And I went looking for my Blu-ray. My Blu-ray, this is missing, so I had to pull out the one I've been saving unopened from the original DVD series. So that's all I have with me, and that's Rutger Hauer's Split Second.
I know of it. I've been meaning to watch that one.
Seen that one.
1992 sci-fi movie. The world it takes place in London. London's basically under 2 feet of water. The rats have taken to the city, but there's this killer that's been released that's supernatural in style. And Dr. Hauer is kind of a badass, one of those edgelord cops who's facing off against this clawed demon monster in almost like a cyberpunk post-apocalyptic, what's nearing a post-apocalyptic world, but it isn't. It's like everything's flooding. And it is just this weird supernatural horror detective movie that I just loved. And me and my buddy Dave, we loved it so much that when this came out in 92, we actually built an entire Cyberpunk 2020 campaign, the role-playing game around for our friends to play. And it's kind of stuck with me. Now, I'm not ever going to say it's like a great film, creation, but it's just a lot of fun to watch. It's really different, and it's just one of those things that is so quirky and so unique. And Rutger Hauer's performances, I love Rutger Hauer. Everything he does,
I like Rutger Hauer too. Yeah,
Hope with the shotgun.
That's special, even when it's a bad movie. But so. Split Second, it's a fantastic sci-fi horror kind of movie. But try see it because I love sci-fi horror, but I wasn't going to talk about aliens and The Thing again. So I got a whole other movie in that genre. Hopefully you can see.
Okay.
Hey, Chadwick. Chadwick says he saw this on the big screen. Did you and your friend Dave do as well?
Weird movie.
Way back in the old days. 92 it came out.
played that blind karate guy.
Yeah, I know.
Blind Fury. Yeah, he's
Blind
doing
Fury. Yeah,
modern take on Zatoichi. Yeah, that's a fun movie.
I've been wanting to get the box set of that for so long. Like the Zatoichi, they got like all 50 odd movies in one massive box set, but I haven't done it yet.
That's Criterion.
They screwed that movie up though, trying to be Zatoichi.
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think there's only like 25 or 26 movies, but there's a lot.
Yeah.
And it's got this booklet. It's a Criterion collection thing. Sorry, Paul, I didn't interrupt you, but
no, sorry, Paul. Didn't mean to.
No. I was done. You're fine. Make it big. Go ahead. Show it.
Zatoichi.
Yeah, that's the one for sure. That's been on my radar for a little while.
I saw this at the book off for like half price or something used, and do you want it? I'll pick it up and you can pay me back. And I said yes, please. So
hell yeah,
sucker.
Nice.
And I gave that it had both Blu-rays and DVDs, and I gave the DVDs to a friend of mine and kept the Blu-rays, of course. But yeah, very cool. Well, Split Second, I haven't seen that, Paul. Keep an eye on it because I do like a good Rutger Hauer pot boiler. I've seen plenty of those.
I think it's on Tubi. I think that's where I've seen it. And I started to watch it and I went to sleep.
In Japan, I don't think.
Okay.
But I can find it somewhere.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, cool. All right. Well, any last thoughts on that, Paul, that you wanted to?
Yeah, just if you haven't seen it, if you like sci-fi horror, if you like Rutger Hauer, if you like, dark, futuristic, killer detective versus killer movies, it's worth a watch.
Okay. Well, that sounds like something I would like. So I'm going to go I'm a little esoteric on this one. This is Sands of the Kalahari. Have you guys ever heard of this one?
No.
It's from the 60s, but it's a really unique and interesting movie. I saw part of the end of it on TV once, and I went, what the hell is this? And I was glad when it came out on Blu-ray. Basically, it's a plane crossing the Sahara, or not the Sahara, the Kalahari, sorry. Crash lands, and there's a whole crew. There's like, I think it's got a pretty good cast. It's got Stuart Whitman is this American dude in there, and there's Stanley Baker, who is a big British film star, and I can't think of her name right now. She was in Battle of Britain, very attractive. Susanna York, I think, is in it. Bunch of other characters. Anyway, one of them decides to set off to try to get help somewhere else, and then the rest, they're in this like kind of rock oasis thing. They've climbed through the desert, and they find this place that's kind of has a pool of water, but it's ruled by these savage baboons. And basically kind of how it's almost like a Lord of the Flies thing with adults. The Stuart Whitman becomes the alpha male. He's a big game hunter, and he starts lording it over everybody else and stuff. It's a pretty cool, weird, and it's got this amazing ending that, with Stuart Whitman versus the baboons and who's king of the heap sort of thing. It's a really interesting movie.
Yeah.
So
nice.
I don't know if anyone's heard of that one.
No, I haven't, but it's definitely going to go on the list now.
Yeah, no, I think it's pretty cool. It's it's a movie that when people see it, they don't tend to forget it. Let's put it that way. It doesn't really show humans in their best light, but and it's got some sexual politics things that might annoy some people these days. Although I think it's kind of trying to go to the primitive side of how things would be and who has the power in the situation, etc. So pretty interesting and interesting international cast. In the 60s, they made a lot of movies with cast from all around the world, which is always quite cool.
Yeah.
All right, Connor, you're back up again. So hold on just a second. I'll get you over there. Okay, let us have it. What's your third pick for the...
Yeah, okay. So I've talked about this one just on post, trying to share the band Black Alice. This is Sons of Steel. This is an Australian post-apocalyptic hard rock musical. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's so Yeah, it already starts. Sorry?
I'm going to take notes now. What was that called?
Yeah. So it's called Sons of Steel.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so it's already like post-apocalypse, kind of like B-grade sci-fi kind of world, acid rain, stuff like that. And the character Black Alice, I'll see if there's a picture of him. Not a really good, I mean, that is him wearing the hat. And he's quite famous, because he leads the band, against the government and stuff. And then I can't even remember all the parts, but he ends up being captured and sent into the future by like another 1,000 years or something. So the world's even more destroyed. He fights this weird monster that's at the bottom here. But as he's in the future, he gets sent through like some hologram technology. He's dying because like his body can't hold itself together. So then he's trying to find a way to get sent back, plus save the world, plus prevent the disaster he knows is going to happen. Yeah, it's really good. It's a lot of fun. It's based on so it was originally just a short film with the one song. This guy made it to advertise cricket in like the 80s or whatever, and he got everything together to make the full length film out of it. Black Alice is actually a band, Aussie band. They made just one album, but the director liked their music and he got them to come back together to make the soundtrack for this movie. That's pretty much all they did. Yeah, and it's just a lot of fun. It's really wacky.
Rain. Singing in the acid rain. Yeah, and Gareth
really,
said there's just not enough post-apocalyptic musicals out there.
No, there's not.
Mad Max would make a good musical, yeah.
Yeah, it's got just enough of that kind of like B-grade charm, trying to picture the future with the low 80s budget. The songs are like, I've actually listened to the soundtrack quite a bit since having watched this movie, and gone back and listened to Black Alice's album because of this movie, which is really good. Yeah, it's got that sci-fi.
Australian movie, Australian band.
Yeah, they are. So it's an Aussie movie, and Black Alice was an Aussie band. They only did the one album, but they got together to do the soundtrack for this movie as well. It's just a lot of fun. It's a bit absurd as well, but a different humor style to Delicatessen, and just a lot of fun. Like, I couldn't believe what I was watching, kind of thing, because I couldn't picture how all these genres and ideas would mash together into a movie. And because I picked it randomly off the shelf at just the JV Hi-Fi one day, going, I've never heard of this. What the heck is that? And then I watched it, I think probably the next week at like midnight, and I was just blown away. I loved it, and would love to be able to share it more with people on more movie
midnight
nights.
Movie, huh?
Oh yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a bit wacky, bit out there, but it's really good.
Got Rob here.
Real quick,
Rob. Hey guys, sorry I'm late to the party again, but Rob, glad you're here. Thanks, man.
Hey again, Rob.
Can I real quick respond to book songs and other things, other magic?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't know your first name.
It's Gareth.
Okay, Gareth. Sorry. So have you ever seen? You were talking about not enough post-apocalyptic musicals. Have you ever seen Anna and the Apocalypse? It's about a zombie apocalypse, and it is a musical. So if you're looking for more,
I haven't heard nor seen of it, but Gareth might have.
That's actually fun.
Anna and the Apocalypse.
Anna and the Apocalypse. It's a zombie apocalypse movie, but it's a musical.
Okay.
Well, I like how you guys are bringing the apocalyptic stuff in the quirk here. That's good.
Yeah.
I haven't.
Apparently, the director did continue the story of Black Alice with a bunch of books as well. So I'd be interested to get my hands on those just to kind of read more of the story that this director's had since, like, the 80s, and how he could see it continuing in book form. Probably no songs.
Answer
but
Gareth's other question here. I've heard of The Happiness of the Katikuris, but I haven't seen it. It's Japanese.
Heard of it. That's it. Only by name.
don't know that one.
And Gareth's responding to you, Paul, that he hasn't heard of Anna and the Apocalypse, but he's going to look for it. Is that the zombie musical with high schoolers? Yes, Constance, I believe it is. The Happiness of the Katakuris. Yes. I think isn't it a set in a, Gareth, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's set in some kind of a hotel or inn or something that a family runs, and the daughter gets involved with something, a zombie thing. I don't know. I've heard a little about it, but I don't know much about it. Paul K as one of their teachers. Okay.
Yeah, Constance, that is the one.
Completely mad and unhinged. Yeah. Yeah.
Has
anyone ever seen the Japanese movie Houseu? I think Criterion put it out. That's a weird one too, where some high school girls go on some trip to this house that's
I know of it. That's got like the weird orange creature on the cover or something, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does a bunch of weird stuff.
I know of it. Yeah.
The girls meet their fates in a bunch of weird, grisly, and very strange ways. So, yeah, one of the maddest films he's ever seen. Yeah, Happiness of the Katakuris. Okay, I'll have to check it out at some point. Very cool. All right, I think Paul, you're up next with your number 3 pick. Let me hold on. Sorry, let me get you. I'm slow on the dial here. Let me get you.
Don't worry, man.
Over.
All good. We're not getting paid for this. Take your time. So is anybody out there like Michael Crichton? No,
I like his movies more than his books.
I haven't read much of his books, seen some movies based on his stuff.
So after Congo, he took a break from writing books, and he made a movie that not many people have ever heard of, called Looker.
Oh, Looker, okay. Yeah. I've
it's in this sci-fi movie that was way ahead of its time. It's a techno thriller that introduces the idea of using manipulative marketing and AI. And this was made in 1981.
Yeah,
and it was techno thriller. It's way ahead of its time. It was when this came out, Leonard Maltin called it one of the worst movies he'd ever seen in his life.
Well, that's not fair at all, Leonard.
No, and actually, and since then, a lot of people have found it like, you know what, that's actually a pretty good movie because it was just so far ahead of its time that people were really confused.
People didn't know how to react.
Trying to say, but that how Michael Crichton is with the tech stuff, and I want to say, if you ever get a chance to watch this, I advise watching it with the couple deleted scenes because there's this one plot hole that everybody's like, well, why didn't you just do this? And it's because they cut the scene out that tells you why.
Yeah, I hate that when that happens. Makes the movie look like they don't know what their movie makers don't know what they're doing. And of course, it's just being cut by the studio.
Albert Finney, James Coburn, Susan Day from the Partridge Family stars in it. Right. And what happens is these models that are trying to become perfect start dying in weird suicides, and Albert Finney is a cop who starts looking into it. And it's a real high-end tech thriller that involves the advertising industry and models and manipulation of ads to create a way to hook people and targeted advertising, which didn't exist at the time.
Yeah.
And so it's a tech thriller that's way, way ahead of its time. And that's why it got bombed so bad because, back then, the people are like, what are you doing? But now you're looking at it going, yeah, I get that. And this is a completely overrated or underrated, overlooked sci-fi movie, I think. And it's definitely worth a watch. And it's got a couple songs in it by a band that was overlooked in the 80s too, called Sue Sad, SAAD. And I think she was a fantastic performer, and she, her song is like the main theme of the song. Plus, they have another one that plays it. But yeah, definitely, her music's worth checking out too, and the movie's a lot of fun.
It's fun. I agree that what Glock says about Albert Finney. It's fun watching this British guy play a cop in America. He does a good cop in Wolfen too. If you ever seen Wolfen.
Oh yeah, I love Wolfen. Oh, excuse me. I love Wolfen. That's one of the Blu-rays I put back.
Yeah, Wolfen's a lot of fun. It gets people harp on it a lot, but I think it's really cool. And then Constance was talking about the movie House, I think, the Japanese movie. I believe she's referring to that. I think she's talking. Are you thinking of the piano number, Constance? Is that what you're thinking of, the musical number? Sounds interesting, Paul. Yeah. I haven't seen all of Looker, but I'm familiar with it. I remember, I love that era of science fiction movies coming out in the late 70s. All through the 70s, really, into the early to mid 80s. There's a lot of really good ones that are so much better than most of the sci-fi we get today, science fiction we get today. So I need to check Looker out. That's a good one that you brought up to kind of highlight again. It needs to have some attention brought to it.
Yeah, for sure.
Good.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with one next, I guess, that's probably familiar to people of a certain age, but since I'm some of you maybe not, and that's Operation Petticoat. I wanted to throw in a comedy in there, and this is
I know of it.
Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. This is one where they're set during World War II. Cary Grant's a sub commander, and he's having a hard time getting parts and things for his beat up old sub. And Tony Curtis is kind of a con man wrangler guy that is his lieutenant and is able to go and he just basically flim flam everybody in the local warehouses to get stuff, and they end up painting the submarine pink, and they end up having to take on 5 whack nurses onto the sub, including a couple of really top-notch good-looking ladies on there, and the hijinks ensue. It's very fun. It's I think it's Blake Edwards before did he direct this? Long before the Pink Panther movies, and it's from 1959, and it's a lot of fun. And after this movie, Tony Curtis went on to Some Like It Hot, and in that movie with Jack Lemmon and Marilyn Monroe, Tony Curtis does an extended scene kind of making fun of Cary Grant's talking style, which was quite amusing. Anyway, I really like Operation Petticoat. I don't have a lot of comedies in my collection because I'm not a huge comedy guy. I do like to watch stand-up comedy and stuff here and there, but I don't have so many comedies in my collection. But this one I really like. So have you either guys seen this one?
Yeah, I've seen
that. No, I've only heard of it.
I've definitely seen it.
They made a TV series version of it too in the, I believe, early 80s with John Astin from the Addams Family in the Cary Grant role, which is weird casting, and Jamie Lee Curtis is one of the whacks. So it didn't last very long.
I actually put a Blake Edwards movie back that I had in the list. It was one of the ones I eliminated. It's one of my favorite, probably my favorite Blake Edwards movie, Skin Deep with John Ritter.
Skin Deep. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've seen that one.
An alcoholic musician who's screwed up in his life and he sleeps with everybody they can find and tries to straighten his life out. I love John Ritter. I was a huge John Ritter fan, and that was a great movie. So sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, that's all right. Mark just says I was a looker in 1980. Yeah, we probably all were. I would have been about 13 or 14 then.
Mark is still a looker, man.
Actually, I was talking about the Zombie Apocalypse musical. So fun to say. The Anna and the Apocalypse. So Constance has seen it. Okay. Yeah. And Rob says, I'm definitely of a certain age. Great movie. Okay. Oh, we got Mr. Steve here. Hey, Steve. The spin-off was great. Petticoat Junction. Yeah. A lot of curves, you bet. When you get to the junction. Yep, that's a good one. Oh, we got Brett. Hey, Brett. Gotta love a World War II movie. I got another one coming up too. Brett, one black and white, which probably would make if I had a bunch of coworker buddies over, they go, "Oh, not black and white," because a lot of younger people or even my age people don't like black and white movies. Yeah, Ice Station Zebra is a lot of fun. Yeah, that's a good one. Great cast in that one. All righty, good. I think we're caught up on that. So let's see. I think it's you again, Connor. So let's get you big. We're on number 4 now, so we're doing okay. Time. Let me know when you have to bail, Connor. Okay, so
all good. I love action movies.
Stuff going on.
B grade, A grade, whatever. Arnie, Jean-Claude, Sly. But I had to. This is probably his best movie, or second best.
Jean-Claude's best movie?
No, Steven Seagal. Hard to Kill. Under Siege is pretty good too. I mean, Die Hard on a Submarine.
Above the Law, first one is really good too.
this is a lot of fun. Like, I know he's not a great actor, but this is just a really,
he's a terrible
really
human being, I'm sure, but
yeah, he
but
is.
he is fun.
But I first watched this when I was probably only about 13 or 14, so it was like, oh wow, this is so cool and violent,
pretty impressionable time to see.
and then I ended up getting it at like some dollar store, basically, for like $2, and I watched it again. I'm like, yeah, it's fun. Just revenge action flick, and I love all these revenge.
The one that has the Jamaican gang killers, is it?
No,
I might be thinking of Marked for Death. They get kind of blended together. Yeah,
I love a lot of those like revenge action flicks. That's just kind of like I was a teen when I started watching a lot of those kinds. So it's just fun to switch the brain off.
Hunter? This is the Kelly
Sorry?
LeBrock. Is this the Kelly LeBrock one? Yeah.
Yes.
Kelly LeBrock.
Yes. Yeah. It's just they all know martial arts, or at least how to punch someone, and they can all shoot someone, and all the bad guys miss them unless it's convenient. Those kinds of movies, like, they're just always a lot of fun. Switch your brain off and just enjoy what's in front of you, kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I like. There's a stage where his movies get crappy, but he did have quite a few fun, good ones at the time. Hard to Kill is my favorite scene, where he's in a coma and the nurse peeks under the bed sheet, gets a look at the goods, and goes, "Please don't die." Yeah, that's really funny, Brittleby. Thanks for joining in. Yeah, that is very funny. Yeah, as you can tell that the egomaniac Seagal was behind that line.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, it reeks of it. But
when you watch the early ones where he's really lean and mean and a fighting machine, you could tell he knows his stuff. He's he's a badass. And that's Above the Law, where he's going around he's brought a kind of dickish, cocky energy that a lot of these other guys didn't have. Like, Jean-Claude Van Damme usually submerged his kind of playful persona, not all the time, but to be kind of serious and all that. And, Chuck Norris, God rest his soul, was a good guy, not the greatest actor in the world. But Seagal had a persona, I think, more than the average of those action stars at the time. So, Paul, do you have any fondness for Steven Seagal movies?
I hate his every essence of his being. I cannot stand him.
I'm sorry.
I
how you really feel, Paul.
No, I like him the most. The only movie I've ever liked that he did was Under Siege, and that's only because Erika Eleniak was in it.
Tommy Lee Jones is pretty good in that movie.
Yeah, that's a pretty good movie. You got Tommy Lee Jones and you got Gary Busey, and that's actually probably his best made movie for sure.
That's
two isn't that bad either, really. But
I just can't stand him. I mean, I hate him with
he's not a guy that I would want to spend any time with in real life, but I kind of like his attitude. He's got he hasn't heard Seagal's acoustic guitar record.
I almost didn't include Seagal, but
Shatner and Leonard Nimoy, huh? Oh man,
I think didn't Jimmy play part of that once? I'm pretty sure Jimmy played part of Seagal.
I might have missed that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think we can all agree that Seagal's not a good guy, but I'm with Connor on this one. I like some of his movies, and if they're on, I would watch some of them. I like to see him decimate the bad guys. That scene in it's not Above the Law. What's the one that comes after it, where he's an Italian guy, an Italian cop in New York? Do you remember that, Connor? It's his second movie, and Out for Justice, I think. And he has a fight against Danny Inosanto, who is Bruce Lee, one of Bruce Lee's pupils. They have like an harness, a stick fight. It's pretty awesome.
He can't decide what nationality he is in the movies or in real life.
Oh, no, he can't.
He does his little stupid ponytail. Could Steven Seagal beat Billy Jack? I don't know. Speaking of Billy Jack, Born Losers is pretty cool.
But my dad loved Billy Jack movies. I remember watching them.
I'm going to put this foot upside your head, and there's nothing that you're going to be able to do about it. So, yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, Connor. So I guess
right.
Paul doesn't like Steven Seagal, so you can do some kind of revenge now, Paul, because it's your turn. So you can.
Funny enough, since you talked about a martial arts movie you like, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite martial arts movies ever, and it's a Thai movie.
Okay. Oh, Ong Bak?
No, not Ong Bak. Even
Chocolate?
better. Chocolate.
Ah, that's good.
Okay.
This movie, the first 15 minutes of it makes you go, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
But once they get into the fighting on this, it is some of those brutal, brilliant matches. I forgot her name is there, but I
forgot her name too, but she's awesome.
It's probably on here somewhere. But in any case, it's by the director, right? It's by the same director that did Ong Bak.
Yeah.
But okay. The premise is the girl has like a form of autism, and she anything she sees she can imitate. So
she's watching all these martial arts movies on TV and stuff, right? Yeah, that's great.
And every fight she has through the movie is she imitates a different martial arts master. She imitates their style and their mannerisms. So she'll do Bruce Lee, Chow Yun-fat, and Jackie Chan. Every fight is completely different. Every fight is a completely different style. It's like watching multiple different martial artists all in one movie. And
plus just some Thai boxing too.
Yeah. And just to make it even better, the after credits scene where that Jackie Chan made famous, which Jackie Chan, by the way, got from Cannonball Run.
Yeah, it's the outtakes where they get injured, right? Yeah.
Yes, the outtakes after the end of the movie. He took that idea from his appearance in Cannonball Run.
Right.
Well, they used that same idea.
They do it too. Yeah.
And it is brutal.
Oh,
it is
brutal.
Watch the outtakes at the end. I mean, they are absolutely just devastating.
And we have to say there's a fight a climatic fight with her against the son of the bad guy, I think, who's handicapped in some way or he had go at each other. That is something else.
Oh, it is. And then there's this whole thing outside the building where they're going down the building. It is just absolutely brilliant martial arts done in this movie.
Yeah.
If you're a martial arts fan, if you're into that kind of thing,
I recommend that a double feature with Ong Bak and that. Yeah. And
it's
any of the two Raid movies.
Same director. And most people will tell you that they think the martial arts in this is better than Ong Bak.
Oh wow! Okay, because Ong Bak was amazing.
Ong Bak is incredible. Some of the stuff.
But it's comparable, and it's some people actually.
She's really great in that. Yeah,
I have to check that out.
Yeah, you need to see it, Connor. It's amazing. Yeah,
and it's not just the martial arts.
When I've seen it.
Yeah, it's not just the martial arts. It's her performance and being autistic in the movie adds this extra little thing to it that goes beyond the martial arts. It's really great.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll take that over.
Expect the text when I've seen it for sure.
Yeah. Jeff left.
Bye, Jeff. Bye, Jeff.
Let me just hold this up some more. What's
the girl's name? As well.
The DVD has a making of chocolate in it too. That's pretty cool. Can't remember her name because I can't read the little print here.
I almost swapped it Hard to Kill for something else, but I was like, nah, I'll leave it in. It's I struggled with this list because
that was the newest movie on my list. It's from 2009, but it is able. You can actually find it a lot of times on things like Tubi or Plex. Check it out. But if not, it's worth a buy. If you can find it to buy, definitely.
Oh yeah. Oh, where'd he go? He's probably changed his mind. He did say he might change his list on the fly. So he might have thought of something else.
Here, I realized they have one too many. Has any of you guys ever heard of Gumball Rally?
No, I haven't. No.
This is actually a precursor to Cannonball Run.
Oh, okay, yeah. Cannonball Run's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is a comedy car race movie that's actually Cannonball Run actually has recreated some of the scenes from this in Cannonball Run. I had one too many and I realized it, so I thought Jeff's off running for his videos. do something other than say hi to everybody because I can't control the commentary. But it's actually a lot of fun. It's done as a comedy, but it's not it's not even as quite as slapstick as Cannonball, and I love Cannonball. But what is that from? Even it's a 1976 movie.
Okay.
So back in the olden days, but it has doesn't have a lot of stars in it that most people would know. I think the biggest star in it is Raul Julia.
Yeah, Boston.
Yeah, he might be the biggest star in it. But this is Cannonball Run meets It's a Mad Mad World kind of thing. So
okay, yeah.
Into the car race movies. That's fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I did next one while you were gone, Jeff.
That's all right.
He realized he had one too many.
Appreciate it. I had my son burst into the room and needed some stuff, so I had to dash out for him.
All right. Yeah,
no problem. Nobody's mad.
So what? I missed your movie though, Paul. What was it?
I had a seventh one. I had Gumball Rally.
Oh, yeah, I realized I have the seventh one. Yeah. Whoops.
I just realized I had too many here.
Yeah, same.
Okay, well, I let me catch up on some comments, guys. Okay, well, I'll jump in. So, let's see. We had Steve has to run to the Kentucky Derby, I guess. Final bets. Chadwick says, I wanted to make sure to highlight this one because I agree. Fire Down Below is terrible. That's the one where he's down south, I think. It's got Marg Helgenberger, I think, from CSI as the love interest in that. The one I think is funny is the one where he's in Alaska having vision quests and fighting evil Michael Caine. I forgot the name of that one, but it's also terrible, but in a fun way. Yeah. Rob agrees about Chocolate. Chocolate was great. I'm with Paul on that one.
Thank you.
From Gumballs to Cannonballs, they got a lot bigger between the sequels. Well, Gumball Rally, I think, predates Cannonball Run. The Cannonball Run.
Gumball Rally was 1976. Cannonball was 1980 something.
Let's see. Gumball Rally, I had a crush on Susan Flannery and Joanne Nail, who drove the Porsche. Yeah, they were cute. I remember that one.
Well, that's not the love.
Jeff, you need to watch Dark Valley, Das Finisterre Tal, a European Western filmed in Austrian Alps. No, I haven't heard of Dark Valley. Very cool. Well, I haven't got to my Western yet, but I do have my one. Well, I got a couple that are really well known, but I had to get some science fiction thriller stuff in there. So I have some esoteric ones, but I'm going to go with one that a lot of people have seen, but maybe not for a while. And it's by far and away my favorite of not only the Alien franchise, but James Cameron's career, and that's Aliens. I love the first Alien. Yeah. It's like an old dark house monster movie in space, and it's very well done. But this one has enough horror quotient plus the space marines or guys action. And this movie is superbly constructed. I mean, I watched it a few years back, and the aliens don't appear really, other than in a dream Sigourney Weaver her character has, for like almost an hour. He holds off for an hour, building suspense, and then it goes to town. If you watch the director's cut, that's kind of a mistake. He kind of gets the aliens appearing too soon. But in the original cut, the patience that they have for setting that up is really pays off, because when the action comes, as everyone who's seen it knows, it's just
I remember when I first saw Aliens, just like the tonal shift, because of like the style of movie, I was like, whoa. But I just found it worked so well and it was so good. Definitely agree on that. It's amazing.
As good as, if not better, in my opinion, than the original. I know that's kind of sacrilegious for a lot of fans of the original, but they think it easily stands. It's one of the best ever sequels that's ever been.
It
stands really well with the first.
Yeah, I've said it before. I'm a huge fan of Alien 1 and 2. I go back and forth on which one's my favorite. It depends on my mood. If I want that haunted house style or the action movie style. And I think as far as sequels go, I think Empire Strikes Back and Aliens 2 are definitely two of the best made sequels ever.
Oh yeah.
They blend action and horror really well.
Sorry, Connor, what was that?
They blend action and horror really well.
Yeah, it keeps the horror because the first one is really scary, legitimately scary.
Oh yeah, straight up.
I think the alien creature is probably the best movie monster ever made. I think so. It's really creepy, scary, original, and believable, even if it is a man in a suit, right? But it's filmed so very well, and it's so hard to kill. But I think Cameron manages to up the ante and up the amount of aliens and the action, but he also keeps some of that horror there. There's some really gross, creepy scenes in Aliens that keeps that atmosphere of dread very well.
Well, I have a soft spot for Ridley Scott, so I'm too. So for the first movie, there's Blade Runner.
Blade Runner. Sorry, I just whistle laughing at you, Paul. I just saw the comment. I'm like, oh, that's a can of worms.
Said James Cameron versus Ridley Scott.
I would have had that discussion. I didn't even see that. I swear, it was just good timing.
Yeah, I know, right?
But no,
well, they both have their virtues. I'm not a fan of the Avatar movies, frankly.
No.
I do really like the Terminator 2, Aliens, and The Abyss by Cameron. So
Ridley Scott, though, because the original Blade Runner movie is one of my favorite movies. It's my top 10 movies of all time. And it's one I watch over and over every year. I still love to dissect the meanings of everything in it, especially the final cut of it.
Do you have the Blu-ray with the 5 alternate cuts?
I do. The final cut's the best. And I still think that the Rutger Hauer scene, the Tears of the Rain scene, may be the most perfect scene ever filmed in film history. I think that scene hits every.
I love Blade Runner. I love that scene. Yeah, I like Ridley Scott. He can be a little impersonal sometimes in his movies, but I like a lot of them. I like The Duelists, an earlier movie he did. Yeah. I even like Legend, which Tom Cruise fantasy movie with Tim Curry, Darkness, right? That
was in my stack too. I just showed it to my wife for the first time.
It's a pretty cool movie, actually. Again, he has a great eye. He has a great eye for visuals, So
yeah.
Some of his recent movies less so. Although I'm quite fond of Gladiator, but to me, Gladiator is made by Russell Crowe's performance, not.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Yes. Yeah. So, you got Ridley Scott versus, I'd say, they kind of come out equal in my book. I guess they both have a lot of merits. Ridley Scott's probably made more good movies over his life, his career, but he is older than Cameron. But Cameron is pretty amazing in his own way. I know watching The Abyss, it's funny. There's a documentary on the DVD. I don't have the Blu-ray or 4K, but it got out of print and went up high in prices before I could get my hands on a copy. But there's a great documentary because Ed Harris, to this day, the star Ed Harris of The Abyss, he doesn't want to talk about that movie. He hates Cameron. That was apparently a really miserable acting experience for them. But you watch that movie and it's really realistically performed. And, the Cameron and his brother came up with some new technology where they come up with stuff almost every movie. They came up with that whole underwater mask where you could actually talk to each other in it and stuff. I mean, it's pretty incredible, some of the stuff that they can do. So I don't know. I'd say that's a even draw for me, really.
I haven't had Harrison movie in my last 2.
Okay, cool. I like Ed Harris a lot. All right, let's see. So I did Aliens. So I think it's up to you again, Connor, right? We're on number 5 now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just wanted to show Paul. My wife got me this shirt.
Oh, I saw the order come in and I was like, it's going to Australia. You paid $8 in shipping for that. Was for you. Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
No, that's all right. She got it as an anniversary gift for me. So I just wanted to
order one too, so I can get one when I get back in the States, but I'll have it shipped to my family's home in the States and not over here to Japan, Paul. I don't want to pay that shipping.
Yeah, those ones I purposely made really cheap so I don't make a profit on them. So it's like those ones I just try to promote. So yeah, thank you.
That's cool.
No, of course.
I just got my Captain Caveman. I'll be in my man cave shirt.
This one's probably cheating a little bit because it's packaged as all three in one box. So I'm going to say
that's
all
a smart
three.
way to cheat if you're going to do it. So
Tiger Claws trilogy.
Oh no, Eriko, that's a terrible movie. Okay, I know you're joking, but anyway, sorry, Connor. Go ahead.
No, you're right. Tiger Claws. Cynthia Rothrock.
Tiger Claws.
Bully Young.
Cynthia Rothrock. Is Yin
And
Biao in that one?
And his name leaves me.
Jalal
Jalal Murray. That's his vehicle to like try and really show off his martial arts. And Cynthia Rothrock was his partner in it as well. And Bully Young playing the bad guy.
Okay. Yeah. I was thinking one of your countrymen was I believe an Australian named Richard Norton was in the China O'Brien movies with her. He did a lot of
I know who you're talking about, yeah. I've actually got another movie with him, but I left it out. These are a lot of fun. Like, the more the B grade budgeting and style and stuff, but they're just lots of fun. Trying to in the first one,
martial artist too.
Trying to track down this killer that's got like a forbidden technique of the tiger claws. Now he kills people and stuff. And then the second one, Jalal's character, he goes in like this underground martial arts, basically like not exactly a tournament. There's some like weird games and they die off one by one and then they fight at the end. It's just a lot of fun. Number 3 was nowhere near as good because Cynthia Rothrock had to be written out because she was pregnant at the time. So it's kind of like, I felt like she was really a big part of what made these movies. So her not really being in the third one was kind of a letdown. But, you work with what you got. And the first one, was a lot more grounded. But by the third one, there's like old mystic martial arts masters coming back to life and, possessing new bodies and stuff. So it got really different.
Got out there. It's like Ninja 3, The Domination.
Yeah, but the all three of them are really good, but definitely the first two would be.
I'll have to check those out. I haven't seen those. I saw her China O'Brien movies, and of course I saw some of her Hong Kong stuff with Sammo Hung and Yin Biao, like Writing Wrong.
I want to get my hands on a lot of those, but they don't go cheap.
Shanghai Express, I think, is the other one, which is kind of a weird Hong Kong Western kind of movie. But
I think there's a severe criminal lack of martial arts movies that involve pregnant women.
Ninja 3, break out the V8 juice.
You're not wrong.
Big Brittleby remembers what I'm talking about. Revenge of the Ninja, Revenge of the Ninja, Ninja 3, The Domination. Yeah, I think you're right. That's why when there's something like The Raid came out several years ago, The Raid and The Raid 2, a lot of martial arts movie fans were really excited because
great movies.
Those have fantastic action. And of course, before that, Chocolate and Ong Bak and stuff. But yeah, the film industry in Hong Kong kind of collapsed, I think, for that kind of movie. And the 80s was its heyday. And then they had some, I don't know if this one sounds like maybe American Chinese co-production or something. If it's got Bolo Young, it's probably financed independently or American or something. But I haven't seen this Tiger Claws series, so that's cool. Cool thing to bring up. Paul, are you familiar with those at all? Tiger Claws?
I've heard of them. Back in the 80s, there used to be martial arts movies on Showtime and HBO like so often. And they just constantly, there was ninja movies like nightly. And there was like, because that was martial arts became huge in the 80s. And there were
Jackie Chan and Hong Kong stuff, in the 80s and the 90s. Because I remember seeing in Seattle, they had some theaters that would do kind of Hong Kong movie nights, and so I saw a bunch of really cool stuff. I saw like the Once Upon a Time in China 1, 2, and 3, and the Legend of Feng Sayuk, all this kind of early Jet Li stuff, Fist of Legend. Saw those in the theater in Seattle. It was so awesome.
They were putting out B martial arts movies left and right, like Angel of Destruction, right, to American Ninja 3, and I mean there were just so many of them.
Oh yeah, and a lot of those are fun. They're
all fun. Yeah, they may not be good, but they're fun.
Yeah, few of them are good, but the Hong Kong ones, some of those are really good. Really interesting. All right, well, good, Connor. Interesting choice. Thank you, Paul. How about you? What's up next for you? Let me make you bigger here.
Don't make me figure. No, actually, I was inspired by this choice by Jimmy over at News from the Gelding, because he kept doing he's talked about Burt Reynolds so often and putting the pictures up. So I want to talk about my favorite Burt Reynolds movie, and it's not one that everybody else seems to love as much. And there's a second connection.
Gator?
Hooper.
Hooper is really good. Yeah.
What's that last year? That is amazing.
Yeah, isn't it? Movie. Sally Field is so sexy in that movie.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds is an Asian stuntman and a young Michael Vincent.
Michael Vincent's the up and comer, right?
Yeah. Jimmy's talked about Jan Michael Vincent a lot too. Jan Michael Vincent comes in as the kid with all the new tech and new ideas, and is pushing Burt Reynolds' character to be for bigger and bigger stunts. And the stunts, this is a regular Hal Needham film. Like it's kind of a cross between Smokey and the Bandit and Stroker Race and the movie The Stuntman.
I don't know about you, Paul, but I think this might have been a unofficial inspiration for the Fall Guy TV series.
It was, yes. I was going to get to that. Which is another show I love. This was the inspiration for the Fall Guy, and it's funny and a very understated kind of Burt Reynolds way. And it's action packed. It is just all over the place.
Did I mention Sally Field? Sally Field's awfully cute in it.
Yeah, and it's just a really, really fascinating, fun action.
No, it's really good behind the scenes.
Straight up, I thought it was like perfect, that movie.
Yeah, and to top it off, one of my favorite football players in history, Terry Bradshaw, makes an appearance in this because he was
he gets in a fight, right? Yeah, he's kind of a dick. Yeah, that was
he plays this obnoxious
version of himself. I'm like Connor. I only saw this a year or two ago for the first time, so I really liked it. I have it over in my shelf here. So
yeah, he plays an obnoxious SWAT guy, and they get into a barroom brawl with the stuntmen versus the SWAT team.
Yeah, they end up like liking each other at the end of it.
Yeah,
and that's what's cool about it too, is you think there's this rivalry between Jan Michael Vincent's young up and comer and Burt Reynolds Hooper, but they end up getting along well by the end of the movie. It's really cool.
Yeah. And see, Burt Reynolds was a football player. He played at Florida State. He actually redesigned Florida State uniforms, but he became a huge Steelers fan, and he became a friend with a bunch of the Steelers. So Terry Bradshaw actually appears in a bunch of his movies along with other Steelers. You see them in the Smokey and the Bandit 2. They're in there together in other movies. But it kind of added a little extra for me. But the stuntman aspect of this and it being the inspiration for Fall Guy, and it's just so much fun.
Well, I think, like Steve McQueen, Burt Reynolds was a bit of a stunt guy himself. He did a lot of his own stunts. If you watch his old shows like Dan August or Hawk, he slides across, he jumps off of buildings and slides across, the front of the hoods of cars while he's chasing suspects. He was a very physical guy when he was younger. So I think he really that's why he made so many movies with Hal Needham. He really liked Needham, who was an ex-stunt guy, and he liked his stunt performers. He'd like to hang out with those guys.
Yeah, I love Smokey and the Bandit. I love the Cannonball Run movies. I'm a big fan. I was a big fan of Burt Reynolds. When I was a kid, he was like, one of my first favorite heroes. But that one stood the test of time, and it still holds up to this day because
it's one of his better movies for sure.
The storyline involves something very understandable about the young kids coming and pushing
and getting older
to do more.
Exactly. Yeah, it's got some realism and heartfelt aspects to it. Yeah, and the relationship he has with Sally Field is kind of exasperating.
When you see him,
is good. So
when you see him putting on his outfit and you can see like all the old past injuries and scarring, and you're just like, he's this dude, he's like been through a lot. Yeah.
I'm not.
I think Paul can relate.
I'm not a comedy fan, but that does have. But Burt Reynolds' humor is very subtle, and actually, I'm wearing.
I don't know if we want to call Cannonball Run subtle, but yeah, this one is subtle. I think.
I'm wearing my Empire Records T-shirt, which is one of probably my favorite '90s comedy. In honor of the movie theme, but
I think Hooper has comic. it's a comedy kind of, but it's more of a comedy drama, don't you think? I don't think it's really
comedy
it's
action,
not like a guffaw-inducing slapsticky sort of thing.
Right. It's that Burt Reynolds humor that's so intrinsic to his personality that comes out of who he is.
Yeah. He was a great guest host on Johnny Carson's show. He was always really good taking over for Johnny Carson. If you ever see those clips on YouTube.
Yeah. If you've ever seen any of if you've ever seen any of Burt Reynolds' later movies, you'll understand. He's the same character. You know, he's got that same humor that he uses in Smokey and the Bandit, Stroker Ace, and all those movies.
He's really good in Striptease, the adaptation of a Carl Hiaasen novel. Yeah, he makes fun of himself in that one. I like Burt Reynolds. He doesn't get as much credit for what he can do.
I agree.
He's good in The Longest Yard too. Have you guys seen?
God! Yeah, of course I see that one. I love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. There's actually I don't like
that's
the remake.
Pretty serious, actually, in a lot of ways. That movie.
Yeah, but there's actually a soccer version of that movie. I'm drawing a blank on the name, but Vinnie Jones plays.
Mean
Machine.
Yeah, Vinnie Jones, because he was a soccer player.
Yeah.
And he got in trouble one too many times.
That famous photo where he's squeezing the balls of the guy behind him or whatever. Yeah, I think
and Jason Statham's in that one too.
Yeah, Jim Vinnie Jones in real life was probably the meanest soccer player who ever lived.
He was aggressive.
Yeah, that's why he's so good in those Guy Ritchie movies. Well, I think
he just plays himself right.
I think I don't know about Connor, but I think you showed a couple, Paul. So I'll catch up with a couple myself here, I guess. But that's a good choice. Yeah, Hooper is a really
Hooper. I watched it last year, and to me, it was like just maybe in my mood as well. But it was like a perfect film. It just hit everything.
It's great.
It's got a little bit of melancholy as he's getting older. It's got a little bit of
for sure.
You know, it's got a lot of real life in it, which is fun, despite the over the top stunts. You know, but they kind of show how the mechanics of it, which is fun.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go for one that's really well known and maybe one that's not so well known. So I wanted to throw a little Hollywood glamour in there. And so I love Alfred Hitchcock. And this is not the deepest Hitchcock movie. This is a souffle of a movie, but it's a gorgeous looking Blu-ray. It's got gorgeous Grace Kelly. It's filmed on the French Riviera. It's just a lot of fun. He's a former jewel thief, Cary Grant, and there's some jewel thefts happening that seem to have his name on it. He's allowed to live in France out of prison because he was part of the French underground fighting the Nazis before, and he lives in this nice villa in the mountains, and he goes on the run to kind of prove his innocence by catching the real criminal. It's gorgeously filmed, beautiful setting, witty, funny, and just it's light Hitchcock. It's not like a heavy Vertigo or something, but it's just such a fun movie. And whenever I show this to people who haven't seen it, they always like it. So, and then the other one is one that's not as well known. I'm wondering if Brett's still here. Brett said, I bet I know which black and white World War II movie it is, but I don't know if he would have guessed this one. It's The Train with Burt Lancaster. Have you guys seen this?
I've heard of it. That's about it.
Yeah. It's got Paul Scofield as this SS guy who's taking French art treasures out on a train as their Nazis are preparing to leave France towards the end of World War II. And while Burt Lancaster is not convincing as a French guy, he doesn't even try an accent, which is smart. He just kind of keeps this. But he is like a train. He's not a conductor. He's a guy who like runs the lines of the train, different train lines. Anyway, he does basically a one-man with the help from some other people, but he's a one-man mission to prevent those art treasures from leaving. And Burt Lancaster was a real life acrobat when he was younger. He broke his ankle in filming this, and he still went on and performed the rest of the stunts, all his stunts in this movie, running across trains, jumping off trains. It's really good. I highly recommend this. I think this is an old Twilight Time one, but Kino Lorber has put it out since, and that is a fantastic, thrilling, suspenseful World War II movie for sure. We got Erico talking about food. Hey, Sephiros, you made it over after Austin.
Hey, Sephiros.
We talked about my favorite World War II movie. Do you remember what that was by chance?
Give me a hint, Paul.
I've actually talked about it about 12 times, but it's Sink the Bismarck.
Ah, that's a great movie.
That's my favorite World War II movie. That was actually one of my choices I had to put back too. I love that.
There's
movie.
so many good ones. I mean, mine is probably The Great Escape, but I do love things like Where Eagles Dare, which isn't very realistic, but is a wonderful boys' own thing.
The Great Escape and
Stalag is wonderful.
Stalag 17 is absolutely fantastic. 17.
Bridge over the River Kwai. I mean, there's just so many. Bridges at Tokori.
Stalag 17
That's World War II, but
Stalag 17 was the inspiration for Hogan's Heroes.
Right. Yeah, William Holden, right? Yeah, that's Hogan's Heroes goes so much lighter, of course, as it would have to.
Obviously. Yeah.
Ghost Train is nice and spooky. Yeah. I think The Train is one that it's gotten reappraised a lot. It's a John Frankenheimer movie, the guy who did Seconds, and he came back later in life and did Ronin with Jean Reno and Robert De Niro, which is a great kind of espionage action flick. But The Train is really something else. You ever have one more, guys? So Connor, you should have one or two left. I forgot where you're at.
I've got one. I do have an extra one, but again, like Paul, I accidentally grabbed 7.
Paul grabbed 7 too. Well, that's fine.
I already did my extra one.
Seth Stalag.
So I'm going to block the top because it's one of those.
Good. That's a good one. Yeah,
it's one of those two movies in one. But specifically the bottom one, it's called Hologram Man. It is okay.
You're
it is
you're bringing the fun B schlock. I like it.
Yes, I love B schlock. So for anyone that doesn't know, this is like early 90s B grade. You know, when they try to show something look futuristic, like the cars, and you can tell it's just like boxy metal chassis on top of a car to try and look futuristic, stuff like that.
Love that stuff.
And a couple of like
Jack and screamers and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So this is I won't read the back, but basically a serial killer gets brought to justice by his rival cop, basically. And when he gets electrocuted, I can't remember all the stuff, but his consciousness gets transferred into some futuristic holographic tech. So he's a hologram man. And so he's just data, and you can see him moving around and stuff. So he starts killing by electricity and stuff. And just the copper trying to Hologram Man on Blu-ray. I found out.
Hologram Man sounds fun.
Yeah, I realized it came out on Blu-ray last year, so I do want to upgrade it.
What's the other movie on that it shares billing with there?
Silences.
Oh,
which just says I've never seen it. It says the government denied they exist. The men in black are here. So it was probably some ripoff for MIB.
You stumped Rob at L Space Archives, which is hard to do because he's the sci-fi movie maven. So
okay. Now, Hologram Man, it's a lot of fun. The bad guy one of the bad guys from Tiger Claws 2 is the bad guy. Is the bad guy in Hologram Man?
Somebody else? Do you know the actor's name?
Which one? The
bad guy that's from Tiger Claws that's in the.
His name escapes. I know I've got it written down on my Letterboxd review.
Okay.
But his name isn't even credited on the back of the DVD.
How
here.
Dare they?
I know, right? But it is schlock. It is fun. It is bad fake blood, bad acting, bad.
Is it Michael Nouri, the guy from he's in several movies, including Flashdance. Is he the one that's the bad guy? I'm showing him. I'm looking at the cast now. It says
okay. I know on IMDb he doesn't even have a photo.
Michael Nouri, John Amos, William Sanderson could be him. He's in Blade Runner 2. Tony Lister Jr. is in it, who we just lost recently. Big.
I'll make a comment. I'll come back and post the comment about what his name is.
I'm just curious,
but yeah, it's so am I, and because he had some promising B grade villain energy. I'm surprised he didn't seem to do more. He didn't do a lot, So, just wondering what happened. But Hologram Man's a lot of fun. Like his name in Hologram Man, the bad guy is Slash Gallagher. Um, and the lawman after him, because it's all about hologram tech. Kurt Decoder. You couldn't get more on the nose than that.
Kurt Decoder. That's a bit on the nose.
It is fun. Like even the eye patch. I won't try and show it on the. I might. Just looks really bad. There, it's just. It's. I'm probably not doing a good job at selling it.
Schlock. It's not schlock. It doesn't have some goofiness.
If you love that, just
in the right doses.
Yeah, if that's your thing, that B grade action sci-fi schlock, this is great. And definitely am intending to get the Blu-ray upgrade because they brought that out recently. But yeah, a lot of fun, and that's definitely something I'd showcase to people. So yeah.
Rob, a Michael Nouri movie I haven't seen. Now I definitely need to find it. Yeah, Michael Nouri's in some interesting flicks. He's similar to Chris Sarandon to me. If you guys ever saw Fright Night, the original Fright Night, Chris Sarandon plays Jerry Dandridge, the vampire in that. That's probably my favorite vampire movie, actually, Fright Night. But
it's a good
Michael Nouri looks a lot like him, kind of the 80s permy hair and the good looking sort of guy. Yeah. He played villains quite a few times in that time.
The part that gets me about Fright Night is Amanda Bierce played the love interest.
Yeah, played the love interest from Amanda Bierce from Married with Children.
Married with Children.
Yeah, she's good in that movie too.
Yeah, I mean, who knew she'd grow? Who she'd grow into later. I mean, Marcy there was.
Yeah. That's Yeah, Fright Night is wonderful. I even like the remake with Colin Farrell and the late Anton Yelchin. All right, Paul. Well, you said you had an extra one. Thank you, Connor. You're really bringing out the B-level bangers there.
I've got to show this off. I love them.
What's that?
When Jeff was just saying about the B grade, I was like, I got to bring them out. I love them. Even if they're so bad, they're good. They're at least entertaining.
I wasted many a night watching those on VHS and then later DVD, Connor. So I've been there a long.
Always fun.
I'm going to finish up with a B grade schlock of the highest caliber, the king of the B grade schlock, and the most quality B grade. And probably my favorite Ed Harris movie ever.
Oh. I think I know what
George Romero's Night Riders.
Night Riders.
I know of it. I want to get it.
Well,
yeah.
King Arthur.
I've not seen this, Paul. I need to see this sometime. I've not seen
this. I've been wanting to get my hands on it. It's not cheap.
Yeah, Cliffhangers. I almost mentioned that, Rob. Yeah, he was in Cliffhangers, that old TV series.
Yeah, it's basically a traveling circus that lived their actual lives like it's King Arthur's court. They live the actual the lifestyle of King Arthur's court, except instead of horses, they use motorcycles.
Yeah.
It's George Romero doing George Romero. Stephen King makes actual guest appearances in it. Ed Harris is the star. Tom Savini, the greatest movie makeup artist in the world, plays basically like the anti-hero villain of the movie. Not
Tom Savini's up behind the scenes too. There must be some accidents that are pretty bloody. Then I'm guessing.
Not really, fairly tame, but as far as that goes, but it's a great story. It's an interesting take on the King Arthur kind of adventure.
I need to see that.
From the perspective of somebody seeing it, in their view of what King Arthur's court was like, and trying to live the lifestyle. But it's there's a lot of good action scenes. It's a lot of fun. It's so cool.
Patricia Tallman in there too. Who later would appear not only in the remake of I believe Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead, one of the two, but she's also in Babylon 5. So
there's who else was in here that you might know? Was it
let's see, there's Christine Forrest. I don't know her very well. I don't recognize most of the cast. There's someone called Amy Ingersoll, who I don't know, and then Gary Lottie, who sounds familiar. But yeah, mostly it's Ed Harris, Tom Savini, Patricia Tallman. I recognize those. And
but
there's someone called Brother Blue, whoever he is, who plays Merlin.
Yeah, Brother Blue. Yeah, that's you'd recognize him if you saw him. But the fun part is that Stephen and Tabitha King, his wife, both make cameos in the movie. And is playing there's a character that becomes very integrated into the story at one point, playing her parents, and it's totally just horrible. They're horrible people, and it's actually kind of fun.
Yeah,
so I really like it. It's
that's been on my radar for ages.
Movie.
Yeah, so definitely check it out.
Yeah.
So that's my 6+1.
I'm familiar with some of his non-zombie stuff, like Martin, the kid who thinks he's a vampire. That's a pretty interesting movie too. But
was it Bruiser or something? Where the guy wakes up with like the porcelain white face? George A. Romero as well.
I'm familiar with that one, but the title sounds familiar.
Yeah, I caught it like 2:00 in the morning one time on like PTV. It was, I didn't see it all because I fell asleep, but that's one I've been meaning to watch all the way through as well. George A. Romero did some pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
King of the Modern Zombie.
That's right.
Filmed in Pittsburgh, with all Pittsburgh cast, a shoestring budget.
Yeah, I've seen the original trilogy several times. Dawn of the Dead, I think, is the best of them, but is Dawn of the Dead. But I like Day of the Dead all right too. I haven't seen them in a long time. I'm not as into the grisly horror stuff as I used to be, but I used to watch a lot of that stuff back in the 80s and stuff. Well, I'm going to go, I don't know if Mark Glock is still around, but I'm going to finish up with the Western, because of course I'm going to have a Western. It was really hard to choose one, so I thought I'd choose one. Speaking of reflecting upon older age and where you are at this late stage in life, Ride the High Country by Sam Peckinpah. Probably the most gentle of all Sam Peckinpah's movies, although it's not gentle exactly either. There's still plenty of violence in it. Has anyone seen this? Have you guys seen this?
Yeah.
No of it. Yeah.
Randolph Scott and Joel McCrea. It was Randolph Scott's last movie, capped off a wonderful career. Joel McCrea was retiring, but he did come back and make another movie or two later in the later 70s. But they played two former. Well, I guess Joel McCrea was a lawman, and his buddy Randolph Scott, who usually always played good guys, plays a little more of a shifty character in this. And they're hired to escort a gold shipment. And Randolph Scott is, planning on maybe betraying him, perhaps taking some of that gold himself. They come across Mariette Hartley, who's in a lot of, he was in some classic Star Trek episode where Spock and her fall in love, if you remember that one. But anyway, she's kind of she runs away from, she's supposed to marry some guy played by James Drury, the Virginian, who turns out to be a real whack job, and they're all, him and his brothers and Pa are planning to have their way with her on the wedding night, and so she runs away with these two guys, and there's a big showdown fight at the end. It's very good movie, very elegiac. I don't know how to pronounce that word. I shouldn't use it if I can't pronounce it, but it's kind of a very ruminating on, Joel McCrea plays he's been in tons of Westerns. He plays this guy, older guy who hasn't really got a lot to amount for all his years of working as, lawman, hasn't made a lot of money. Randolph Scott's kind of tired of that kind of thing and wants to clean up for once in his life. And, the kind of code that Joel McCrea has, very hardcore, true to your word, doing the right thing sort of code, that the iron will sort of thing. And they're kind of got a young guy that falls for this girl that's along with them that kind of is learning from these two guys. Just a very beautiful, well done movie, and a great ending. So that's my one Western contribution. I had to, I could have chosen any other 75 of my Westerns that I have here, but or more, but my favorite Western is the spooky supernatural film, The White Buffalo. Yeah, I need to see that. That's a Charles Bronson one.
I've got it, but I haven't watched it yet. The White Buffalo.
Oh, you've got it. Cool. Yeah, I need to get the.
Yeah, but I haven't watched it yet.
Recently.
Yeah.
Well, that's me done, guys. Do you have anything else? Any runners up you want to mention?
One runner up. Just
ahead,
another Aussie film, zombie movie called Wormwood.
Wormwood. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, Road of the Dead zombie movie. Really good, quite violent. I haven't watched the sequel, which I have. Really, definitely recommend it. It says like Mad Max meets Dawn of the Dead. That's a pretty good descriptor.
Worm with Y. Okay.
Yeah, they use like zombies for gas to power their cars, and this guy's sister has gone missing, so he's trying to track her down, and they're like performing experiments on her and stuff, and try to use her to like control the dead zombies and all. No, it's a lot of fun, really good, quite brutal.
What year was that, man?
Oh, this is I'm gonna say like early 2010s. I think it was like between 09 and 2012, I reckon. 2014, there you go. So it wasn't that far off. Really good. I haven't seen the sequel yet, but that's a good Aussie zombie flick too. When somebody mentioned Cargo, that's why I popped off to grab Wormwood.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
What's your favorite zombie movie?
Mine?
Yeah.
There were two zombie movies that got me into the zombie genre that I watched in early high school, and it was the Dawn of the Dead remake and Shaun of the Dead. I probably watched the two of those about 3 months apart, and that's what got me into the zombie genre. So they're probably still two of my favorites for sure.
I'm kind of burned out on the zombie genre, but I do like 28 Days Later quite a lot.
That's good.
My favorite zombie movie by leaps and bounds, not even close, is Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah, with
Linnea
Quigley.
With Linnea Quigley, yep. That is my favorite zombie movie,
a fun movie
ever, by far. It doesn't even close.
I think someone online here in our corner of BookTube was talking about a book version of that, a book novelization of the what is it? The Return of the Living Dead. Yeah, that's a fun one. I haven't seen that in a long time, but I do remember it being kind of fun and quirky. Oh, sorry. Nick's here, and Nick reminded me of my favorite actually, and that's Dead Alive, Brain Dead to the New Zealanders.
Yes, great movie that one.
Ask for the Lord.
That's a good movie.
That is a very good movie. Yeah. Rob says, I obviously need more Aussie sci-fi in my life. Yeah, there's some really good stuff. Brittleby's mentioning the Wacko Doctor. Is that the Wacko Doctor in
the Wacko Doctor from Wormwood?
In Wormwood. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dead Alive is a good choice, man. I watched that movie several times with my jaw on the floor. I couldn't believe how violent it was. It's kind of, fakey violence, fakey blood in a way, because Peter Jackson was making that with his friends on a low budget and stuff.
Oh yeah, it is cool, so over the top though. Hey, the amount
with the lawnmower against the zombies and stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. And the intestines coming down the strings and
Oh yeah. That's
a lot of
fun.
Yeah.
Mrs. L Space and I met at the premiere of Zombieland, and it holds a special place. Yeah, I like Zombieland.
Yeah,
but the infamous scene with a certain famous comedic actor, I thought went on too long. I didn't think that was the high point, but the rest of the movie I liked a lot. I didn't see Double Tap, the sequel, though.
Yeah, I haven't seen Double Tap yet.
I saw the second one. I didn't think it came anywhere close. Anywhere.
No, first one's pretty great. Yeah.
I get
there are a lot of good zombie movies out there, and I do like them. I know Wreck, the French movie Wreck, is really good, but
Wreck is good. I've seen the first one.
I think I'm just burned out on them because it's kind of like vampires with Twilight and Anne Rice stuff. Kind of burned me out on vampires. Same with Walking Dead. Kind of burned me out on zombies a bit.
Right, which is why I can go back to Return of the Living Dead, because that one doesn't hit like the rest of them. It's got this almost humorous take, this irreverent humor, and this different kind of attitude. There's kind of a punk attitude to it. definitely nothing like any other zombie movie.
Very traditional zombie movie that Eriko mentions, and it's wonderful though. I Walked with the Zombie. It's more atmospheric and eerie rather than there's no like it's the old Haitian zombies in that one. That's a Val Lewton film, the guy who did the original Cat People and stuff. That's a terrific movie. I Walked with the Zombie. It's really good. Recommend it, but it's definitely not the same kind of zombie movie for sure. Nick says Paul's right. Return is the best one. Well, I like Return, and I'm not surprised. Nick, you should go back and watch some of Connor and Paul's choices because there's lots of fun B schlock in there that I know you love. B movies. You know, that's kind of Nick. The essence. Nick said that's the essence of his channel. That the book equivalent of B movies, but. I think Dead Alive could qualify as a B movie too, and I think that one is more quirky to my taste. But Return of the Living Dead is definitely also similar that way. Isn't that the one with the radioactive rain or something, Paul, that makes them go zombies?
Well, yes, yeah, that happens. Quiggy. I never remember her last name. She's dancing in this stuff, I think, before she goes all. Yeah, she's a punk goth or punk queen, and she's like. Gets naked and dances in the rain, and
I love Linnea Quigley.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many of her movies.
Let it all hang out. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah,
this slime ball Bolorama movie.
Right. All of them. She's been in a lot of really bad movies, but she's a good sport. I like her, and that's not a bad movie though. Return of the Living Dead is a good movie. So,
where her bad movies are like bad, kind of almost intentional, and they're fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, did you have any other also rans that you
not
before we get out of here?
I could talk about
up here another 10 minutes or so.
I was saying I'm wearing the Empire Records t-shirt. If I don't like comedy, but that's probably my favorite 90s comedy, especially since I don't like them. Once the movies get into the 90s, I'm like, I'm very much more picky. But have you ever seen that Empire Records?
I haven't seen Empire Records. I've seen not say anything. I was thinking of the other one with High Fidelity, but I haven't seen Empire Records. I know of it. It looks interesting.
It's so much fun. It's one day in the life of a record store. And it reminds me, we have a record store here in Rochester that's like literally world famous called the House of Guitars. Where over the years I've gotten to hang out with Ozzy and Poison and Cinderella and a bunch of other bands, who just would come visit, and they would. There's a movie called PCU, a comedy movie where the guy's even wearing.
I've seen PCU. Jeremy Piven, right?
Yes, he's wearing the House Guitars T-shirt. It's like world famous. There was even my friend's band at one point even held the world's record for the loudest ever concert performed there before the record was broken, and it reminds me of what that used to be like in the 80s when it was just they would just hire a bunch of teenagers to just have fun in the building.
Is it set in the 80s, Paul, or the 90s?
Oh, it's in the 90s, but it kind of gave me that feel, and that's like, and there's just something so like I don't know, light and fun about that movie, and especially when it came to the 90s movies and 90s music. I mean, Nirvana and
it's interesting how many people are talking about the 90s nostalgically now. For a while, it was the 80s, and now it's turned to the 90s.
What grunge rock did to music, in my opinion, was so hateful and destructive. I don't see. I'm sorry, not a fan of Nirvana. I never saw them having any talent or any of those grunge bands. I did not like them. A bunch of guys staring at their feet when they sang about depressing stuff never did anything for me. But that movie kind of was like in that time was like a light, more fun take on what was happening. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a good comedy. If you haven't seen it, if you check it out sometime. It's worth a look.
Okay.
It's where what's her name there? Got her start. I'm drawing a blank on her name. What's that? Renee Zellweger and Liv Tyler. And from Liv Tyler, Tyler from Aerosmith's daughter, they're both stars of that movie.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay.
And Jeff Rose.
What's that?
Jeff Rose, I think.
Oh, I froze?
No, Jeff.
Jeff froze. Jeff, are you froze?
Yeah, I thought it was just standing really, really still, and then I had a closer look.
I maybe fell asleep. It's really early. Man. He got up early. Maybe he just fell asleep.
Yeah, so it's about 10 here. It'll be 10 to 9 there.
Yeah, so it's like 9 o'clock in the morning. He got up at like 5 o'clock to do this.
Yeah, he did say that. So.
He's sound asleep.
Poor fella.
I don't think I can answer you, but anybody on here. But I want to see what anybody's got any comments that I can see. Let's see, science fiction retro. The dead don't die. Robert. Oh, he's gone. We're probably going to have to go, or should we wait for him to come in, or do you just want to just talk to people?
I do need to wrap up to get going, but there he is.
I hope you guys were sorry about that. I had some problems. I hope you guys just carried on the show without me there. Thank you.
All good. I have to go now, though. Sorry, I do.
Okay, man, that's no problem. We can get out of here real soon, but I appreciate it, Connor. Thanks a bunch for showing up. I know you had a lot going on today.
All good. Thank you, guys. I'll watch back and comment and leave the comment on that actor's name. See you guys. Have a good one. Thank you, everyone who have been a part of it and talking, and hope to see everyone around soon.
Yeah, we should probably end up. You feel free to bail anytime, Connor, and Paul and I will just wrap up real quick, and then we'll.
Too easy. Cheers, guys.
Thanks a bunch. Take care, Connor.
Thank you. Bye.
It is always a lot of fun to be able to talk to Connor.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm glad that he was looking forward to getting back together with us. So I'm glad I was able to do a reuniting of the Intercontinental Ballistic. What was your title? It was a pretty fun one when it was on your channel.
Intercontinental Ballistic Book Club.
Book Club, that was it. Yeah. Although I guess it should be Movie Club for this one. Zombie Strippers is obviously the best zombie movie. The Dead Don't Die, Robert Bloch written. I really want to see The Dead Don't Die with I believe that with George Hamilton. I really want to see that. I've never been able to see that. Thanks, Joe. Glad you could make it. I was
going to bring out this weird B movie to show, but I don't know. But I didn't know how it'd be taken. Something called Debbie Does Dallas from the 70s.
Is that a B movie? Yeah, well, I think maybe we shouldn't mess with that one on the.
I think it's a B movie. I've heard of it.
It is kind of a B movie, I guess. It made quite a lot of money, if I recall, Paul. But Stay Forever. I don't know. Is he saying we should stay forever, or is that a movie title, Rob? I'm not sure what you're referring to there, but we should probably wrap this up. I got to do some things with the family myself, and Paul's probably needs some rest after his 5K on pain meds. So
I got to finish the other 5K tomorrow. But I tell you, the pain meds, even after 12 hours in the hospital, the pain meds made that 5K a little bit easier.
That's good. Well, I sure hope that your problems there iron out quick, Paul, and you start feeling better and more yourself again. Are you able to take a few days off of work besides the weekend?
Yeah, I did. I'm not a person who takes days off work, but my boss, I have a fantastic boss, really great. He's checking in on me every few hours, and he's like, "Yeah, take it to
good boss," because you had some pretty bad days at work there recently. So
and he understood it, and he was there for me and thanked me for everything that I did and everything that happened. And I've had some bad bosses in the hotel business for the years, and he's fantastic. So I'm very, very thankful. I am where I am right now.
I think Rob's talking about Debbie Does Dallas there. It's a classic, Paul. It is a classic, Paul.
I was thinking I should do a monthly or weekly video talking about my hotel experiences. I think that would do way better than my books.
I don't know about that, but I know a lot of people had sympathy for you and how well you behaved in that and how badly the parents behaved. So you can never underestimate how shitty some customers and hotel guests and people can be. I worked in hotels for a couple of years, and I didn't have too many bad experiences, luckily. But I remember how bad some customers were in some of my college day restaurant jobs, and people get nasty around those kind of service industry things. So I always try to be really nice to people in those positions because I know what they're dealing with. So
20 years in hotels, I have so many stories. There's been so much nudity.
Really? People running through the hotel nude? Wow.
I cannot tell you how many times. It just happened last week, and another guy got locked out of his room naked. It's like, why are you out of your room naked? Why?
He was going to someone else's room that he shouldn't have been, probably.
That happens so often, ladies, gentlemen.
Your key card in your teeth, people.
Carry your key card with you and keep clothes on you. Your doors will lock behind you.
At least wear a towel, for Pete's sake.
Happens so often.
A service industry podcast. It was fun until someone figured out one of the threesome behind the mask. And then that can kind of sometimes blow back on you. But yeah, I'm sure anyone in the service industry can have a lot of stories they could tell. Yeah, and kudos to anyone who's in that kind of thing.
I have a couple of interesting threesome stories from the hotels that ended, a couple that ended in blood. So yeah.
Oh, boy. Well, let's not go there.
Yeah. No, I
like stories of hotels with poltergeists. Yeah, do you ever had any poltergeist hotel stories there, Paul?
I don't believe in ghosts, but I've had some experiences that made me, really close to wondering, and I've found more than one dead body in my time.
Wow. Well, I was close to an arson attempt in the hotel I was working at. In fact, I was apparently the chief suspect because I arrived so quick, but I was part of the housekeeping staff, and so I got there quick and alerted everybody. But luckily my boss and everyone else cleared me right away, saying nope, no way he'd be involved in that. So anyway, this was in Bellingham, Washington. We had a lot of Canadian customers that would come down, and there were some odd ones sometimes. No offense to our Canadian friends, but anyway, we could go on and on about those kind of stories, but that was a lot of fun talking to you guys, this was a lot of fun talking to you guys about movies, and thanks for sharing. And you guys brought a lot of interesting different ones. I guess I went a little more Hollywood classic, and you guys brought the cool, edgy,
we brought the weird
sort of films, which is cool. So we got a good mix in there, I think. What's that, Paul?
Oh, I was singing from Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. We do the weird stuff.
We do the weird stuff. Yeah.
I told you I'm well medicated, very tired, and very sore.
Gotta love Dr. Hitchcock. That's one of the best things Joss Whedon ever did. Yeah.
Dr. Horrible, yeah.
Dr. Horrible's sing-along.
It's a Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the few musicals I actually enjoy and rewatch.
Yeah. I like the Buffy musical Once More with Feeling episode too, but yeah, you got someone with some real singing talent in that one with Neil Patrick Harris. So
yeah.
And what was the name of remind me, was it Captain Hammer? Was that who
Captain Hammer.
Nathan Fillion played? Yeah.
Nathan Fillion playing Captain Hammer.
He played such a prick in that one. It was so good.
Oh, God,
that was really fun. I got to watch that again sometime. It's got a really interesting super villain origin.
45 minutes long is all it is, the whole movie, and it is just a joy. I love it. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of musicals. There's a few I like, but holy crap, that one's fun.
Yeah, I'm getting more. They're slowly coming around to them. I like the classic Hollywood variety just because the sheer color and what they throw on the screen. But yeah, it's never been a favorite genre of mine. But I'm coming around a little bit more to it. I have a decent collection of musicals now, but I'm never going to be a huge musical fan. But anyway, thank you everyone for watching. Appreciate you guys hopping on there. And if you missed some of the earlier stuff, feel free to go back if you want and check out some cool stuff.
Go back and watch.
Thanks, Brittleby. Yeah.
I say some very controversial things, which is very unusual.
The new guy. Well, Connor's been around for a while, Brittleby, but he hasn't been. I think he's been too busy retraining for a new career to do much posting. But he's relatively new, I think. Yeah, compared to
he's got a channel, but right now he's kind of on a break while he's training.
On a hiatus with it, yeah. But
feel free to go over and check out his channel and subscribe. We keep trying to encourage him to do more.
He's a really good guy. And Brittleby, I'm glad to have found your channel. I didn't even know you had one, and you've got at least four videos up now, I think. So you're a natural, sir. So you're going to do well, I'm sure. So, and Erico needs to start his channel one of these days, and everyone should get over and check out Rob. And I'm sure everyone already is checking out the Book Graveyard, Nick's channel, and Paul's channel, of course, and stuff. So on here, Jake came back. Yeah, we're wrapping up, Jake. Sorry, I was glad that you were here for a while anyway. We talked about some cool stuff, especially some oddball stuff that you might enjoy. So Connor was bringing the B grade, C grade, cheesy sci-fi 90s stuff and 2000 stuff. So and Paul
Jake,
had a lot of
you can always go back and watch the rest of it and fill it in.
Yeah. I don't know if Jake has got time with all his editing to go back and watch anything, but
besides, after all the crap I said about him in the middle of the video, he's not going to want to watch it anyway.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah, were your ears burning, Jake?
Ooh, I shouldn't have said that.
Thank you, Constance. Appreciate it, and everyone else who was here. Thank you very much, and appreciate hanging out with you on your Saturday evening, I guess, in the States, and for Connor and I, Sunday morning. Hope everyone has a great rest of the weekend. I still got 3 more days off. Woohoo! So we'll try to get up to some mischief if I can, and catch anyone else's live streams if they get up to anything. And
Jake,
sorry,
I was saying, Jake's like, hey, I was kidding. I was just trying to inspire him.
Yeah, there was nothing we said bad about you, Jake, for sure. But that was just Paul's way to get you to go back and look for anything bad said about you to watch the rest of the live. So
actually, Jake, I think there's some movies in there you might get a kick out of. So feel free to go watch them and comment.
Yeah, and I got to get back together with Jake for another live stream, either more science fiction movies, or Jake, I was thinking of doing our favorite fantasy films. It's a shorter list probably, but
yeah,
there's some really cool fantasy films from the 80s that I'd like to talk about for sure.
Yeah, I'd love to do something with Jake again. It's been a while, and it's always fun with him. So yeah, Jake, anytime you want, I'm here. You know when I'm available. I'd love to jump on and do something with you, even at a random moment. Just give me a call. You know how to get a hold of me.
Jake put out the opening for anyone who wants to do a Rolling Shorties live with them. I'd love to, but unfortunately, while I'm working now, I can't do Jake's timing of Wednesday. That's my Thursday, and I won't be able to do that for a while. But Jake, anytime you're free on your Saturday, let me know, okay? And I'll definitely be glad to do something with you again, because that was so much fun. And Jake had that awesome. He made his little Roger spoiler thing that was great. So he always brings the great props. Yeah, I definitely want to do some shorties. I got a shorty with you anyway, Jake, for sure, when I can. I got a ton of sci-fi anthologies myself, and I'm sure with your collection that you have, you'll have pretty much anything that anyone else would have in their collection. So
I mean, I usually sleep then, but I could adjust my schedule to one time to do something like that with you. As soon as I get my voice back and I'm able to read better, sure.
Paul, did you see the little cutout that Jake did about the Turbo Teen with him and Chris and Virgil practically just giggling through the whole thing?
I haven't seen the video yet. It's in my list.
Funny.
Yeah, because this morning after I woke up after, like I said, after all night at the hospital, then I had to do the 10K this morning. And I didn't get a chance to watch any videos yet today. So after I came back home from everything I was doing, I jumped in the shower, ate, and we finished eating like 30 seconds before I jumped on with you. So.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, Paul. Thanks for coming on. And when you get a chance, you should watch it. It'll fit just properly with your medicated state currently. So
I'll watch it. I'll watch it tonight after Heather goes to bed and I'm up trying to figure out what to do with my life.
Yeah, give our best to Heather too. And we'll see you again soon, Paul. Take good care, and we'll do this again before too long. And thank you, everyone, for watching. Take care. See you later. Happy reading, happy watching, and we'll see you real soon.
Bye, guys.